I'm recording this response in response to a comment on my video that suggested that I watch this guy's comment on the nature of atheism being more rational than agnosticism. So I wrote this comment, but the text won't fit into the designated character limit of YouTube, and I also read it to myself and thought that it might make for a little good script. So I'm going to read to you the text as well as post it as a transcript. So here goes. Okay. When you are dealing with pure logic, I agree. If you are contemplating a coin flip, it is safest to not bet your entire foundation of belief on whether or not there is a heads up or a tails up under your hand. In regards to the naked woman, there is no prompt. The nature of the birth of the concept of God as a construct was just a solution to a huge question. But the Big Bang does not even begin to attempt an explanation of where those original elements manifested from. I think people get too caught up in rationality. At the same time, I think people are too caught up in blind faith. There's a formula to success in this life, and a huge element in that formula is risk. Risk is seemingly irrational, but this life that we are living in is also irrational. Why would people who hold peace as a great goal always gravitate toward violence, creation, destruction, etc.? There is no necessity for me to decide whether or not the coin is heads or tails up until I see the coin. But the question makes me wonder. Again, there is no necessity for me to decide whether or not the coin is heads or tails up until I see the coin, but it makes me wonder. And the wonder and the imagination, the nature of imagination and wonder are very human. It's very intrinsic to think about the nature of life and the nature of origins and existence and all of these things. And to strip a people of their ability to think for themselves or discover new things. And what I like to do with my own spirituality is incorporate different elements from different philosophies and religions and things of that nature, and develop myself a strong basis of who I am and what I believe as far as the universe and my place in it, so that I might live a good life. You ask if I live my life, whether I live my life in the belief that there is or is not a God. I think that's very limiting to think about whether or not you live your life based on a belief system within your mind. I don't live my life with any dogma of going to hell. There may be a hell, I don't know. I try to live as ethically possible based on my own standards of what good ethics are. And that's all I can do. And I think there's this huge expectation for humans to know everything and for them to assess information rapidly. It's a process. We're born into this world knowing nothing. I mean, there are people that argue that favor too, but rationally, right? Since that's your thing, we're born into this life knowing nothing, and we go through it, and then we, accumulate information, and we ascribe to some of that information as fact. But the very nature of the universe is that the only thing constant is change. The only thing consistent in this world is change. And so, if the elements themselves are constantly morphing and changing themselves around, why shouldn't the nature of our beliefs change as well? Therefore, I don't believe it to be productive for me to assign myself any one belief. I get a lot, millions and millions of people get a lot out of any given belief. That's why these religions still exist, is because millions of people have sustained them, the beliefs, throughout history. So now, the blasphemy challenge aims to, get rid of some of these beliefs because, they're irrational or whatever. But science itself measures data based on faulty means. That will change, and the methods by which these elements are measured are going to change. So I don't know, I just think that it's kind of silly to have to designate or assign yourself on this side of the line or that side of the line. Go, is it black or white? It's just shades of gray. There's all different types of shades of gray. But thank you for making your video and expressing yourself, and I think that's what we should all be doing. Bye.